Hi, Gail. Hi, Violet. Hi, Tracy. So lovely to see you here. I hope I'm coming through okay. Ah,
I hope
whoops, gotta mute.
coming through okay.
Okay. Hi, Gail. Good to see you. Yep, loud and clear. Awesome. I forgot I had my iPad on. The volume up, and I turned this whole thing on. I'm getting a thing update to Logitune, and I don't know why I said go ahead and update, but as long as it's loud and clear, it looks clear. And hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm a little. Yeah, I'm not feeling really super good. I'm feeling a lot better, but you know how you start to feel a little bit better, and then you kind of get a little rambunctious, and then all of a sudden it smacks you and says, not so quick. So, hi, Mary Lou. Unfortunately, I tested positive this morning, so I'm still contagious, I guess. So that's a bother because I have a doctor's appointment now that I'll have to cancel and reschedule and all of that fun shit. But anyway, it's good to see all of you coming in. Awesome. Yeah. Been so lucky for so long, and then, the luck ran out. Just one of those sequence of events. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Me too. Unfortunately, I'm not working, and I don't have anything pressing other than the doctor's appointment, which can be rescheduled. Hi, Janice. No one wants to see you. I don't think anybody wants to see you when you're testing positive. I'm going to have to order some more tests, though. I've gone through the government issue test, so but that's easy enough, right? Good old Amazon-y. So, yeah, I've picked out a passage to read. Going to be lurking. Okay. Lurking is good. I do a lot of lurking myself. So that's lurking is fine. Or quietly sitting in the balcony or doing something quiet. So no, you can't. I guess not. And the last time they offered them for free was quite a while ago, and I said, "Oh, pishad, I don't need them." Ha ha! I should have. That was stupid. You know, and I was afraid mine had been had expired, but they were there's the ones that I have an expiration date of 2026. Yeah. Hi, Janet. Good to see you. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you can't get them free anymore. So, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you. And Carol is here lurking. She's cooking also. So, I guess we have people in the kitchen, so to speak. And so I picked out, and I don't know whether I read it before, but I'm going to write on it now that I read it. So I won't read it again. And most of us won't remember. I know I won't remember. I'm going to write red 6/11/23 for future references. And this is called mushrooms. So maybe if you're sauteing some mushrooms, this might ring true to you. I don't know. I like mushrooms, especially stuffed mushrooms. All right. First time was at Aunt Violet's apartment near Embassy Row in Washington, D.C., the summer I turned 13. I'd come by train all the way from Waco, Texas to visit the big city on the Potomac. Aunt Violet was a hardcore social climber and a lovable eccentric, a heroine in an airplane crash and an aspiring gourmet, and she thought my mother was a twit, all of which endeared Aunt Violet to me. Aunt Violet and I got along just fine until the night of the big dinner. The lineup included a senator, a couple of generals, assorted foreigners with their assorted ladies, a very large deal indeed for a kid from Waco who had been upholstered up, who had been upholstered for the occasion by Aunt Violet with striped seersucker suit and a bow tie. Chez chic, glorious me. Anyhow, having asked if I could help with dinner, I was handed a paper bag and told to wash the contents and slice them salad thin. In the bag were mushrooms. Frilly edge, mottled brown, diseased looking, creepy things. Fungus. Now I had seen mushrooms and I knew where they grew in dark, slimy places in the cow barn and the chicken yard at home. Once some grew out of a pair of tennis shoes I had left in my gym locker over the summer. And fungus I knew because I had it between my toes from wearing the same tennis shoes every day for a year. But it never occurred to me to handle mushrooms, much less wash and slice and eat them. My father told me Washington was a strange and wicked place, and now I understood what he meant. So I quietly put the whole bag down the trash chute, thinking it was a joke on the country boy come to the city. Guess they must have been some mushrooms, considering how old Auntie Violet carried on when she found out. To this day, I'm convinced that's why she left me out of her will when she died. I had no class. I confess that I still regard mushrooms and mushroom eaters with a good deal of suspicion. Oh, I've acquired the necessary veneer of pretentiousness, sophistication, all right, enough to eat the things when invited out to dinner and to keep my opinions to myself. So I'm cool and all. But I still don't understand about mushrooms and mushroom eaters, not entirely, anyhow. In fact, there are a whole lot of things I don't understand about entirely, some large, some small. I keep a list, and the list gets longer and longer as I get older and older. For example, here are a few mysteries I added this year. Why are grocery carts made with one wheel that has a mind of its own and runs cockeyed to the other three? Why do so many people close their eyes when they brush their teeth? Why do people believe that pushing an elevator button several times will make the car come quicker? Why can't we just spell it hors d'oeuvres and get over it? Why do people drop a letter in the mailbox and then open the lid again to see if it really went down? Why are there zebras? Why do people put milk cartons back into the fridge with just a tiny bit of milk left in the bottom? Why aren't there any traditional Halloween carols? Why does every tree seem to have an old stubborn leaf that just won't let go? Is the recent marketing of cologne for dogs a sign of anything? I know those aren't what you'd call industrial strength mysteries. All the big ticket things I don't understand are at the beginning of the list and have been there for a long time. Things like electricity and how homing pigeons do what they do and why you can't get to the end of a rainbow's. And even further towards the beginning of the list of things I don't understand are real big ones, like why people laugh and what art is really for, and why doesn't God fix some things or finish the job? And at the top of the list is why is there life anyway, and how come I have to die? Which brings me back to the subject of mushrooms. They were in the salad I was served for New Year's dinner, and I got a wondering about mushrooms again. So I got the encyclopedia out and read up on them a little. Fungi they are, the fruiting body, the sporophore of fungi, the dark underworld of living things, part of death, disease, decay, rot. Things that make their way in the world by feeding upon decaying matter, yeast, smuts, mildews, moles, mushrooms, maybe 100,000 different kinds. Maybe more, nobody knows for sure. They're everywhere, in the soil, the air, in lakes, seas, river, rain, in food and clothing, inside you and me and everybody else doing their thing. Without fungi, there'd be no loaf of bread or jug of wine, or even thou. Bread, wine, cheese, beer, good company, rare steaks, fine cigars, all molding the fungi. says the big book, are responsible for the disintegration of organic matter and release into the soil or atmosphere of carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus that would forever be locked up in dead plants and animals and all people as well. Fungi, midwives between death and life and between death and life again and again and yet again. There is a terrible and wondrous truth being worked out there, namely that all things live only if something else is cleared out of the path to make way. No death, no life, no exceptions. Things must come and go. People, years, ideas, everything. The wheel turns and the old is cleared away as fodder for the new. So I picked at the mushrooms in that New Year salad and ate them with respect, if not enthusiasm, wondering at what is going and coming, quietly awed into silence by what I know but cannot always express, borne by grace downstream into the great pool of the way it is. So there we go, all about mushrooms and what they all mean. I always say it's a good one. Must have been Morel's. Oh, yeah, right. I'm not really, I mean, I love mushrooms, but I know I'm, the standard kind of mushrooms. I mean, the portobellos was probably the exotic. I don't even think I've ever had a morel. I mean, I know what they look like. But again, I like them stuffed and sauteed, especially with the steak. And the word fodder, there we go. Look at this. We've got fodder in here, and we've got mushrooms. We all love our mushrooms. They're the little fairy houses, right? And many of us have mushroom stickers and stamps and such. And I know that there's obviously a serious science to being able to recognize edibles and poisonous ones. And some of them, every once in a while you see, those huge, gigantic white mushrooms. And I think it would be pretty cool if you knew what was safe to eat. But I think that's another that's a very complicated, delicate science because I know you can get really sick and die. So let's see. Let me take a quick look at chat here. I moved 3 treelings this morning before it got hot and before the heavy rain. Well, they got a good drink. Yeah, that's great. No rain here. No rain yet. It's going to be in the 90s every day next week. Hope you get, that's the way after Ann goes, yeah, it's only a little after, but you're ready for bed. I've been ready for bed since I got up. At least it seems that way. But it's always a good feeling to get some yard work done, though. There's always such a feeling of accomplishment because you can look out and say, okay, I started here and I ended up here. You sound there. What's up? I had leftover ham, scrambled eggs, pancakes from scratch. Oh, okay. I made French toast for myself this morning and I was exhausted, almost too tired to eat it. Leslie says it's 96 there in Texas. Yeah, I guess it's summer. I guess it's on its way. And Carol's got all that smoke going on, and that's all across the pictures of New York City and the haze, and it's devastating, absolutely devastating. And then I was watching I get the Weather Channel. I have the weather app on my phone. And Janet Nash, only the British. There's this poor guy, King's Guard, right? And they're out in the parade ground and they are practicing for the King's birthday on June 17th. The guy's got the big black hat, I'm sure the red tunic, and he's a trombone player. And he's got this trombone and he goes down. Heat exhaustion, flat on his side, and nothing stops. Nobody moves. The guy is still conducting the King's Guard, and either guard on either side of him and the guards behind him, none of them moved. And this guy was flat out. He just laid there. And he's got his trombone. He's got his trombone to his mouth. He's in full position to slide the slide on the trombone. The only problem is he's fainted from heat exhaustion. Oh my God. I mean, I laughed and I was in awe. There's a certain way about him. And then all of a sudden, far in the corner, you see a bunch of like, I guess, medic type people. They were all dressed in black, which I thought was odd, but they came running out, right? And by the time they got to him, this poor dude actually had gotten himself to his feet, unassisted, mind you. And he's standing there and he's kind of wobbly and he's ready to play the trombone. He's ready to pick up right where he left off. And then they said, I guess they said no, and they got him down on a stretcher and they carried him off the field. And Prince William made a comment about how proud he was of the Guard and how they handled the situation. But I guess there were other spots where these guys went down. I mean, that stuff that they're wearing is heavy, and I'm sure it's made of wool. So it was pretty impressive. Oh, you saw it too, Gail? Yeah, it was on the web. It was one of those little clips. And then they also showed something much scarier. They showed a section of I-95 collapse outside of Philadelphia. Just went right down. Hi, Nashua. Yeah, I'm sure the animals are having a hard time. Feel sorry for those poor animals. Those outfits have got to be horrific. I can't imagine. Well, that was like the same thing for the Civil War soldiers. You know, they issued them their uniforms and they were wool. 100% wool. And that itchy kind of wool. Yeah, apparently, but I guess it started by a vehicle fire, and then the big section just collapsed. And the other lane is open, but that's compromised. And that's outside of Philadelphia, so that's a real busy section of 95. And 95 goes from Key West all the way up to Maine. Hey, Laura Jersey, how the hell are you, girl? Look at there. There's that lovely rainbow. What a wonderful sight to see. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, hi, Beth. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to last, but I'm back for a while. Again, the brain is trying to scramble and try to figure out what to do. And that's always an issue. I was watching Colleen and Kathy they were working in Idina Wakely's. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Oh, that's right. She's in the Philadelphia area. Hi, Miriam. Enjoyed your pop-up this morning. Miriam's making this massive pop-up. And there's a guy that I follow, and I've done a lot of pop-ups in my day, none quite that big. And he's got a channel. It's called the Pop-Up Channel. And I don't know whether he's still creating current content, but he's got about 50 YouTube videos on how to create various pop-ups. But Miriam's is really cool. And her characters are so colorful. They are just crazy fun to look at. And she's building it, and it's quite the undertaking. So Colleen and K-Bird made a tea book that they learned from Dina Wakely. And a tea book is like a zine, except it's a tea. And I got carried away with mine, as I want to be. And I bet you Cole is getting really tall. Yeah, he's getting to be a big guy. Oh, that's the weather. So when you open it up, it's hard to see mine because I've added a lot of signatures to it. But the basic is a 9x12 piece of watercolor paper. And what did I do here? Fold it in half. Okay, so it's folded in half, hot dog style. And then you make a cut, but instead of just making the one cut in the middle, like from here to here, you make another cut here. So you basically make a T. And I can't open it now because every valley, wherever there was a valley, oh, deep in the valley, I sewed in a signature. And so now it's this. Yeah, wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, look, I can't open it. It's opening it and then putting it back together again. Oh, look. Oh. There. Ta-da! Looky there. Is that not something crazy? All right, so here it is. And I took a piece of watercolor paper and I just scribbled and added some colors. And I did it kind of on the other side. Kind of did a Dina Wakley type of face type of thing. All right. And then I cut the T. So this thing is going to be, it's kind of like that little book that can keep on giving. And so here's the T cut. That's why it's called a T book. And I added this is my, some Dina Wakley type of ladies on pieces of manila folder. And the signatures are not that big. And I sewed just 3-stitch thingy. And then when this is like this, wherever there was like a valley, I sewed in a signature. So then I added one over here, and this is some Dina Wakley paper. And then here was another valley. So this I cut up. I did one of those grid things that everyone was doing. So I cut my grid thing up and sewed that in. So that becomes another little signature. And let's see. And this is a signature. When you get those free, you get the, the free cards. The cards in the mail. And I cut some of these down. These are from Williamsburg. And I cut those down and stuck those in there. And this is some more Dina Wakley paper. And then you got to figure out how to put it all back together again. And I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe I don't have it back together again. This is in the middle, right? Anyway, but it's kind of cool because when you start working in it, you can just have a field day. Now, Dina Wakley, she put a sari ribbon closure to it. And because Janet, when I initially did it, guess what? Upside down. It's not going to be mine unless it's friggin' upside down. But anyway, so you can go in here, right? And you just start adding stuff. And then you go over, add stuff here, and you can add stuff here, add stuff here. And then I guess you can turn it around and then add stuff here and something like that. But anyway, it's called a T book and it's kind of fun. I think I got carried away when I started adding the signatures, but that's kind of the fun part. So you might want to try that just as a fun thing to attempt. And you can just throw stuff in there. So I wanted to do a sari ribbon like she did. She kind of put sari tape, but because I put this thing in the middle, you can't really close it, because even if you closed it here, then that's going to pop open there. If you close it there, then it's not. So I'm not sure. And then I thought maybe if you poked a hole in it, and did like an elastic thing around it, in order to close it, like you do with the journal, that's a possibility. Just poke a hole in the here and put a little grommet. And, you know, this type of, do one of these type of things, you know. And instead of having the hole here, just put the hole just on the back page here and put a piece of elastic. And then you could wrap that around and that would probably close it up. Hi, Rebecca. How many seats? Well, I put in, it's a good question, Beth. I put in, let's see. Here's one signature here. And then another signature here on that side of it. Right? And then if you turn it over upside down, there's another signature. So I think, and unfortunately, I think there's some signatures that I won't even be able to get at. Let's see. Good question. All right. Well, that's okay. All right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 signatures. So it's kind of cool because it's so flippy floppy, you know. Can you imagine filling this all up with various little pictures and collages and paints and stuff like that? See, that's, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that goes like so. Anyway, so that's the tea book. Hi, Barbara. Good to see you. Oh, no. Thank you, Janet, for introducing Laura. Laura to Miriam. Miriam's in Israel. Tea quotes. Yes, that would be good. I was thinking, actually, when she first said tea book, I was thinking tea. And then I was thinking of Janet Nash, because Janet Nash has a tea journal. And oh, I'm so glad he helped you with folding the laundry. That ought to have been wonderful. Very good. Yep. Speaking of folding laundry, have you ever seen, there's a YouTube video, and it's an Asian woman, and she has a t-shirt, just a regular old t-shirt, laid out flat. And she has a way of literally picking it up in one corner and picking it up with one arm, with one hand, pinches it in one corner, picks it up, shakes it, puts it down, and then folds it. It's amazing. I don't know what it would be called, t-shirt folding, but I've tried it a couple of times. Have not been successful, but it's pretty amazing when I'm folding my t-shirts the old-fashioned way. I'd like to hang all my t-shirts up, but that would be a lot of hangers. I mean, and then you'd have those little stretchy things in your shoulder. Not that I really care what my t-shirts look like. Oh, he does? Dennis knows how to do that? Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. I've watched her do it, and I've put it in slow motion, but I still haven't been able to figure out. Oh, you do? You fold them in the air? Okay. And Gail hangs all of her t-shirts. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I could get rid of probably 90% of the clothing that's hanging in my closet right now because it's all work stuff and I don't work. So I don't need it. But that's it. Hi, Brenda. Good to see you. So happy that so many of you stopped by. I did finish the Messy May. A fitted, yeah, I know how to do the fitted sheet. Yeah. Yeah, I know how to do the fitted sheet. What I do is I wash and dry and put them right back on the bed. That's how I fit them. I fit them right to the bed. Hi, Deb. Good to see you. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things. Every time I walk into the closet, I go, I really got to do something about this. And then I very nicely walk back out and say, well, when I lay in bed in the morning, I'll say, okay, today is the morning I'm going to go in there clean it all out and go over to Goodwill and get rid of it. And then I don't. Eventually it'll happen. You know how those things get put off and put off. Hi, Sophia. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by this evening. Uh-oh. I don't want to start coughing on. That's one thing I haven't had is a cough. So I finished Messy May. Now, the journal is not done. But the Messy May, 31 days of May, is in here in this junk journal I made out of junk mail. So now I can go back and just whatever, collage these pages. But all right, that's the third. I marked the pages, so I think I left off on 29. Oops. So this was 29, and the prompt was, whoops, sunburst. And the person the artist that was kind of sponsoring this page, so to speak, did a sunburst like this. And I, not my original idea, but so I kind of copied that. And this is a Van Gogh painting in the background. So that was May 29th. And then, all right, this is awful. The prompt for this page was favorite, and I just slapped down some of my favorite colors. And it's a mess. Well, that's why it's Messy May. That's the 30th. And the 31st is this page, and the prompt was unfinished. So, lose weight, spot reducer. See, that's unfinished. So anyway, and let's see what's Miriam saying. Becca, I just, I'll be right. Let me just I've got to get a lozenge. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, I haven't talked in a while. So, well, yeah, it's true. Full of possibilities. Now I can just go back and fill this in. I threw some collage down on here. This is one heavy, this is one heavy journal. Okay. So the other thing I've been working on, I've fallen way behind, is the 100-day collage project. And she gave you 14 prompts that were, you did them for 7 days. And that's supposed to give you 100 days of collage. And Carol had given me this, sorry, had given me this journal. So I decided to do it in this journal. It's supposed to be 100 pages. And I figured that would be perfect. However, it turns out that there's more than 100 pages. So that's okay. I started working in the front and then went to the back and tried to meet in the middle because this book is not sewn. So we figured it would come apart because it's just like a composition notebook. It hasn't come apart. So I've done doors. And these are okay. They're not great. Some are more inspired than others. I'll just do a quick flip. And let me have my voice give a rest. Thank you, Janet. I need to. So doors. So this is 7 days worth of doors. Collage. I like this one. Little door in the tree. Some doors. The next 7 were bridges. I drew this. This is on National Geographic paper that I did the citrusol on. So this is the rest of the bridges. Next prompts were stairs. Oh, I just discovered a mistake. Ah, interesting. That explains my extra pages. Huh. This is stairs. I like this guy. Hi, Chris. Stairs. I had some cutouts from a black and white, which I thought were kind of funny. So that's 3, so 21. Oh, they're just out of order. The next prompts were birds and feathers, so 7 collages of birds and feathers, or whatever. Well, it's supposed to be collages. Hi, Dana. I always think of Eileen Lyons. These were fun bird cutouts. They were a lot of fun to do. And that's the last bird with a faux bird stamp. And then the next prompts were trees and leaves. Got to have a whale going through the trees and leaves, right? So you can just I love this. And okay, so that's I don't know whether this really counts for trees and leaves. This does though. And then I started working from the back. And this is supposed to be aerial view. So this is my aerial view. Some people way down here. Someone's swimming. I cut that out of one of those collage books. Shark sighted today. I ate it. I like the bumblebee. She's looking down. That's my aerial view. The next prompt was texture. And I really should have gotten out my, texture paste and with stencils, and I didn't. So, but I cut out pictures that are very textury. When you look at this, I see texture. I mean, you can just feel this in this chair here. I can just feel sitting on that. And a bunny. Oh, look, I did do some textury stuff. Weaving, and that's definitely textury. Now, the next set of prompts were shapes. Yeah. Hi, Candy. This is out of Architectural Digest. Somebody has this in their living room. Go figure, right? I guess you do if you can. Just shapes, triangles. I thought that was interesting. And then the next prompts were rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So that's what I kind of did. I'm just going to mute myself real quick here. If I can. How do I mute myself? Mute, I'm sorry. Oh, Safia, that's hysterical. I hope you read what Safia said. I just love this purple, violet, yellow. This was fun. And I did, obviously I drew that, but and there's a little rainbow. And then the next prompts were music. Thanks, Leslie. You remember turntables? I guess they're coming back. I guess people miss the scratching of the vinyl. The next set of prompts were numbers. So these are not real inspiring, but I've got some numbers here. Kind of like that. So they're 1 in a million. Thanks, Laura. And that brings us up to the next set of prompts, which are floral. So yeah. So what I did, I went through and I cut out pictures for each one of these. I had at least a whole bunch. So I'm going to try. To glue some of this down. It's so great to see so many of you in here, and so great to see Laura talking and hanging out. What a wonderful, pleasant surprise. So I'm just going to slap some florals down, and then I'll probably go back and add cut a little bit of that peach off. There's another book that I've been working on, a journal. And that was apropos. It's one that I started in 2020. And it's hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. I ended up helping Rosemary Thursday night because Popo lost her power. Didn't expect to be doing that. Sniffled. Hi, Joyce. It's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Papa said, when I was younger, my brother used to tell me my mouth was like a brain. Ha 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 ha. What are brothers for, right? What are brothers for? Let's see, ladies. I'm just looking for florals in here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like that one. It's scary. That one scares me. You should see it's Foley, Froyley. Froyley is the one that started this. I'm just reading chat here. I'm not reading it out loud. Oh, I know what I could do. Wait a minute. I had a little bouquet. I thought I had a bouquet of flowers here. I don't. I did. I don't. Oh well. I did. I did. I had a bouquet of flowers that I could put in his hand. But I can find it and put it in there later. I think that would be funny. I've been watching some really neat collage artists recently. The one gal that I think is just wonderful is East of Honey. Okay, Tracy, thanks for being here. Have fun. I mean, if you enjoy cooking. Oh dear, Candy. Oh dear. Gosh. Carol said they're supposed to get some rain. I think tonight, I think she said, which might knock down some of the smoke. It's just so far reaching. We don't have any smoky stuff down here. At least not that I'm aware of. Yeah, me too, Candy. I mean, so many people are so sensitive. What did you say? They were jogging. And what the hell point are they trying to make? I mean, people, sometimes you have to wonder. You're going to get rain there? Okay. I mean, Mary lives in Rhode Island. It's just thousands of miles. I guess the United States is sending firefighters and equipment and such. But man, it's brutal. And I think last night they said they had 50% of the fires under control. That was yesterday. I don't know whether those numbers have improved. Okay. Oh, I got some nice little flowers. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that. Oh. That needs to be a page. Stick this here. Candy's in New Jersey, right? Along with Laura? New Jersey. Oh, wow. So Chris is in the 90s, 95. It's going to be a rough summer, I think, for a lot of us, for various different reasons. I guess El Nino is the one that's bringing the winds across. I guess El Nino also has the capability of blowing the shear off of possible formation of hurricanes, which will be good for us here in Florida. I hate saying the H word. Hi, Pam. You think about the heat. I mean, people wouldn't, obviously, nobody in their right mind would live in Florida without AC. But people lived here before AC. Yeah. Yeah, they announced officially that it was going to be El Nino. It was an El Nino year. Sorry, I'm not talking. But you can chat amongst yourselves. I'm feeling conflict. Oh, and remember those Saturday Night Lives? Wow. I mean, you're Barbara. Chicken pot pie. I guess I never realized that your weather was that extreme, because you have some wicked cold, and now you're frying eggs on the cement. Has anybody ever tried to do that? You swear it's hot enough to fry an egg on the. Well, Texas is, yeah. Leslie, is that unusual or not that unusual for you to, or is it's that it's too early in the season to have 100-degree temperatures in Texas? I guess it all depends where you are. Okay, Laura. My sister just moved to a small town in Texas, Hondo. I think it's near San Antonio. She moved in with her daughter. I think it's funny. Well, it's not funny, but my sister absolutely hates the heat. She's lived in Maine and New Hampshire most of her life. And she went down to test whether she'd like living in Texas, but she went in February. She should have gone now, because I don't think she's not going to be a happy camper. Let's see what this monstrosity is going to look like. I just thought that was fun to keep the greenery. Let's see. I'm not sure. I'm not crazy about that. But maybe if we stick that there. It's even hotter in Hondo than it is here. Oh my God. Well, she's not going to be a happy. Well, you just don't go outside, right, Leslie? You stay inside. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Yeah. The whole thing with the pepper and the flour is kind of weird. Oh, but she can be smelling it. There you go. She's smelling the whatever. What the hell? Yeah, I'm sure it's getting late there for you guys over across from the pond. Yeah. Tomorrow's the beginning of another week. Time flies. I think I started to tell you and I lost my train of thought. Surprise, surprise. In 2020, I started a COVID journal. And I got it out. I've been working on it the last couple of days, apropos, right? And it's really, I'm happy with it. I was going to work on it during the stream, but I figured I would do this instead. I would be thrilled to finish this. That would be so cool. Then I'd have Messy May and this finished. So she's going to be smelling that. She's probably going, ew, that stinks. Alrighty. All right. Okay, your brother moved to Texas. I know Texas is obviously a huge state, and they've got they have every type of weather that there is. I'm assuming that in some parts of Texas there's probably snow. Up in the northern part of Texas, I'm not sure. It's a big chunk of real estate, that's for sure. With every type of weather, there's probably imaginable. Oh man, come here. All right. See, that's pretty too. I think this is going to go on the other page. I think those purple things are irises, I think. I don't know what the yellow things are. We had a gardenia. Oh, that's too bad. It's a youngin. We had a gardenia bush right outside the front door. And my mom would go and just, pluck one flower. Oh, what a wonderful aroma. I think gardenia and lilacs are probably my favorite. A blood clot out of nowhere. Oh my gosh. That is scary. How tragic. And no warning. I know blood clots, really. Well, my hubby, best friend has tongue cancer. Oh, God. It's awful. And there's a lot of pain and suffering out there. That is for damn sure. And we can kind of hold up in our crafting communities. And what a godsend they are. I am so excited about the rag doll, Becky. I look at all of her pieces neatly laying on my dresser, waiting for the day. And I was watching, was it Johnny? Was it her auction? She had a rag doll. It was it was all this Rusty doll, and it was huge. And I think it was Johnny. I'm thinking, Oh, absolutely. Yep. And you have to have more patience. I'm ready. I even have my seam allowance. I'm going to crank up my little sewing machine. Now, she's going to have some weird markings on her arms because I use those tea towels or whatever those are that have the big stripe of color, and I wasn't really paying, but I can bury that on the inside, so it won't be that bad. Yeah, that's a busy week. Is that the zoo in Colombia? What you're going to go to, I'm assuming? You can bring a sketchbook. That would be fun. Sketch the animals. Hope it's not too hot. Oh, Laura, it was so wonderful to see you and your rainbow. It's just, it's just awesome. Just thanks for being here. It's so great to see you. You take care and give my love to to Romeo and Cole and the rest of the family. And you be good too, all right? Bye, Laura. Again, everyone was so happy to see you. Okay. I'm getting there. I've done a little bit better fussy cutting than this, but given the certain circumstances, I think this is not too bad. Because I'm going to put this. Whoops. Ooh. Yeah, wasn't it great seeing Laura? Yep. Yep. Laura's the one. I know I told her I was not going to say this again, but I would never. Laura was the one that pushed and pushed and prodded and pushed to get me to go live. Oh, man. She convinced me that I could do it. And she also said to us, if you haven't found Janet Nash, you have to subscribe to Janet Nash. So thanks to Laura. I'm an avid fan of Janet Nash's, and I stream. You always need someone to give you that final shove, and Laura was that final shove. I just didn't think I could do it. I'm not saying I'm doing it, for better or for worse, right? Tonight is a little bit worse, but it's happening. Slowly but surely. I know. Exactly. And I don't know at what point Laura bumped into Janet somewhere along the line and then was kind enough to share the goodness, the Janet goodness for all of us. And it grew. And now Janet has these rockin' process videos and flip through Fridays in the grassy fields with Freddie. How awesome are those? Those are just, I loved your process videos. I'm always want to do exactly what you've just done, and I have all the best of intentions. You made a cloth scrap cover, I do believe, didn't you? I can't remember whether you glued those scraps or sewed them. Because I've got lots of scraps. And working with scraps is so much fun. Okay, Laura may have seen Janet and Lizzie B's streams. Okay. Okay, all righty. Yeah, I first met up with Laura when she was, she and Popo. Oh, I know where I met Laura, at Crafting Mamas and Shelley's. That's where I met Laura. And then she and Popo did a Saturday morning stream for a while. And that's when it's fun to kind of try to trace that. Hi, Nettie. Good evening to you. Trying to trace our streaming journeys backwards to figure out where we first hooked up and found out about one another. Laura was just here. Jersey Laura was just here. Okay. Now that's nice. I have to cut that little thing out. Okay. Susie Popo. We saw her. Yeah. Yeah. Susan Popo is on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays on Rosemary's channel. She's like Rosemary's reader, partner in crime, so to speak. Yeah, I covered for her Thursday night, and I forgot to do the hay thing. I guess somebody finally said, "Hey, you didn't do hay." And I went, "Ooh, okay." I forgot to do the hay. I was remiss. All right, now I like this. I do. This is really cool, and I think it's got a lot of potential. And now, putting glue on this is another aspect altogether. So for now, I'm just going to stick that there because I really want to put something like weird here. You know what I mean. Let's see. Oh, that would be cute. He's got a bow tie on. Too bad he doesn't have a floral thing around his neck. That would be cool. But how about, I think she needs to go over here. And this is going to go here for sure. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. That's going to go here. And let's see. You know, I bought all these clear plastic things, and all I do is when I cut stuff out, I just stick it in. No, Rosemary doesn't. Very rarely does Rosemary have. Sometimes she has sales. Yeah. Not a whole lot, but she does. Yep. Keisha is having another massive sale right now. So if you're here, just think about all the money I'm saving you. But I guess is this the first weekend of Mona Lisa? Little Van Gogh. Let's see. I was sitting here gluing in my COVID, and there was a loud noise, and I couldn't. At first, I wasn't sure what it was, and then I realized what it was. It was a golf ball bouncing off the roof. At least it didn't break a window. Oh no, she very rarely. No. Well, yes, but she doesn't. Yeah, she sells her kits, but she doesn't really sell them online. You know what I mean? You have to. She shows you. That's a good point, Candy. I see where you're coming from. She creates her kits. You know, she has a kit, and then she makes the kit online, but you buy the kit in her Etsy shop. So you're right in that sense. but she also shares with you, if you don't want to buy the kit, she will show you how to make the kit without buying the kit, because you may have all that stuff, you know what I mean? Okay. Aw. Okay, good luck, Barbara. Like the kit that she's doing right now is, she's given us all the dimensions to make the substrate that will hold the French stuff that's going to go in it. But you're right, Candy, she does. I think of like Keisha as selling, and Johnny is selling. So that's but I understand what you're saying. That makes, yeah, I see the confusion. Hmm. I don't know. I like Mona. I like Mona right there. Yeah, not like Keisha. At least I don't think she does. I think I'm going to put Mona there, but I need something there. Oh, maybe this. So sorry. My camera is not. Is that better? That is better. I think that's better. That better. That's kind of better. More better. Ugh. I think I'm gonna. If I make it to 6:30, I will be thrilled. I am rapidly fading here, folks, and you've been so patient and kind to hang out with me. I sure hope I feel a whole lot better. Right? So I do this. It's only going to get better, right? Only got to get better. Thank you, Nettie. I like that. It's kind of funky-ish. All right. All right, that's going to stay there. I'm afraid to try to glue it down. Yeah. I mean, I am. I mean, taking a shower. I am totally wiped out after I take a shower in the morning. It's just like, oh my God. Like, when I get a text message telling me to confirm my appointment with my doctor. And there used to be a thing in there that would ask you whether you've been exposed to COVID or not. And it's not there. So I confirmed the appointment, but obviously I'm not going to the appointment tomorrow. I don't think they want to see me. Okay, we gotta cut our little face. Hi, Owen. How's the big guy doing? Is he done with school? Ah, thank you, Owen. I'm working at it. I'm gonna fight this booger. Yeah. Dana, I don't have a fever. So that's a good thing. I've never been one to have a fever. My normal temperature runs low. My normal temperature is 97. I even bought a thermometer. All the way, of course, 3 days all the way. I like her. I like her. I like her. But if I cut her out like so, and then I can move that over, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I knew. Of course, he has 3 days. He's an artiste. Did you see what Barb Owen did when she took children's art? And I immediately thought of you and Owen, because he's got a lot of art. And she took children's art and turned it into greeting cards. And it was so cool. And I was thinking, man, you could do that with some of Owen's stuff. I went to get some of the artwork done by my grandsons, but it's holiday, related. All right, that's okay. I'm not mad with that. That's okay. And then I get her that flower thingy in there, and I get her. All right. All right. Okay, this will be all glued down. All right, folks. I've had it. I'm done. So how can they? Let's see. I had a sinus infection several weeks ago. My doctor would not allow us in the office. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll do a virtual visit tomorrow with my doctor. That would be the best case scenario. Yeah. I had all the blood work done for this exam. So, well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I so appreciate you being here. And you all take care of yourselves too. Try to stay well. And I'll see you about. I'll probably be lurking. But come hell or high water, I'm going to be there Wednesday with my rag doll. And she is a rag. She's a huge rag. So I'm looking forward to playing with that. Okay. Bye. Thank you so much for being here again. Take care.